King Felipe and Queen Letizia visit wildfire sites in Zamora, Leon and Ourense. It was supposed to be a quiet return to normalcy for Spain's royal family. The long summer days, the official appearances, the reassuring presence of the monarchy, life unfolding as expected. But then, devastation struck. The kind of devastation that doesn't just scar the land, it scars the heart of a nation. Entire hillsides blackened, homes lost, forests, centuries old, reduced to ashes in mere hours. The air itself heavy with smoke, grief, and questions. Who would stand with the people of Zamora, Leon, and Ourense at such a desperate moment? Who would carry the weight of Spain's sorrow? And then, an image that shocked everyone. King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia themselves, not from afar, not shielded by palatial walls, but standing on the very soil that still smoldered with destruction. Spain's monarchs did what few expected. They stepped directly into the heart of tragedy, walking alongside firefighters, farmers, and families who had lost everything. Why? Because this wasn't just another royal appearance. This was personal. From the moment their motorcade rolled into Zamora, the king's face told a story no headline could capture. His eyes scanned the charred horizon, his steps measured, deliberate, heavy with a grief he did not hide. By his side, Queen Letizia's presence was tender yet unshakable. She did not come merely to observe, she came to listen. To hold the hands of those who felt abandoned. To give them her voice when their own was drowned in sorrow. And here lies the shock. Royal visits are often criticized as symbolic gestures, polished moments staged for cameras. But what happened in Zamora, Leon, and Ourense was something entirely different. For hours, Spain's king and queen immersed themselves in the stories of pain and resilience. They stood inside burned-out homes where children's drawings still clung to blackened walls. They spoke with farmers staring at fields of ash, their livelihoods erased overnight. They hugged mothers who cried not just for the land, but for the memories tied to it. At that moment, the monarchy's role was redefined. Not distant, not ceremonial, but deeply human. And yet, questions rise: why did they come now? Why risk criticism, or even danger, by visiting sites still unstable and raw? Was it simply duty, or something more? To understand, we must look closer at Felipe and Letizia as individuals, not just as king and queen. Felipe VI, a monarch shaped by a Spain that has endured crises, economic collapse, political tension, and a pandemic that brought even the palace to its knees. He knows that silence in times of national suffering is not neutrality. It is abandonment. And Queen Letizia, once a journalist, always a storyteller, knows the power of presence. She has built her queenship not on glamour, but on empathy. From hospitals to schools, she has made a career of listening first. Here, amid the devastation of Leon and Ourense, her instincts as both queen and mother collided. To her, this was not just a tragedy to witness, it was a wound Spain needed her to help tend. But there's more. Their presence was not only about grief. It was about hope. Again and again, Felipe told the people, "You are not alone." He praised the courage of firefighters who battled impossible flames. He saluted volunteers who came from across Spain to fight for villages not their own. He reminded families that though their homes may be gone, their stories and dignity endure. And Letizia added her voice, not in speeches, but in whispers. In consoling words spoken quietly, directly, woman to woman, mother to mother. And yet, the impact stretched far beyond the charred soil of these provinces. Across Spain, millions watched in real time. Citizens debated what it meant to see their monarchs on the front lines of disaster. Some saw it as a turning point, a royal family showing the kind of leadership politics often fail to provide. Others questioned whether gestures could truly heal wounds so deep. But one thing became clear: the monarchy had inserted itself into the heart of Spain's greatest challenges, not as rulers, but as companions. But what happens now? Will this visit be remembered as a single day of compassion, or the start of a deeper shift in Spain's monarchy? Because here lies the unanswered loop: Spain is changing. Climate disasters are no longer rare. Fires like those in Zamora, Leon, and Ourense are not just tragedies, they are warnings. Warnings of a new era where leadership will be tested not in palaces, but in ashes. And so the question remains, can the monarchy keep this promise? A promise to not only represent, but to stand shoulder to shoulder with the people when the weight of the future feels unbearable. As night fell over the blackened forests, Felipe and Letizia's visit ended quietly. No fanfare, no grand speeches, just the image of a king and queen walking hand in hand, silhouetted against smoke still rising from the earth. A symbol not of perfection, but of presence. And that image, raw, unfiltered, unforgettable, spoke louder than any official address could. Spain was left to wonder, was this the beginning of a monarchy reborn in the ashes? Or was it a fleeting gesture that will soon fade into memory? One thing, however, cannot be denied. For the people of Zamora, Leon, and Ourense, for those who stood amid ruin and felt the touch of their monarchs, the memory will never fade. It will be carried, generation to generation, as proof that in the darkest of nights, Spain's king and queen did not look away. They came, they listened, they wept, and they promised, "You are not forgotten." And that promise, more than anything, is what left Spain speechless.